guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am using I'm not really sure, one of Tarte's holiday palettes. So these are the Tarte GIlded Glamour holiday palette that they came out with. Palette collection, whatever you want to call it. I got mine from Ulta. So it's a 2-palette collection. Let me see. So this says on Ulta, it says the Tarte limited edition GIlded Glamour Amazonian clay eyeshadow wardrobe includes 2 extra large palettes with 36 new matte and shimmer shades to go glam. So remember back. Listen, so when I was doing my whole like declutter, you know, in my state of like decluttering and being nostalgic, I did a little like mini haul, obviously, because I keep coming up with these palettes and I'm like, oh, remember when I did that. So yeah, so a lot of these came from a little haul that I did while I was doing my declutter, because a lot of things were on sale around that time. And I was like, well, since they're on sale. So this is the 2-palette thing. The box is totally busted up. Like, it came all like crusty and like smushed, and I was like, whatever. So it comes like that. It's in this plastic thing, and then you get the two palettes. I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily classify them as extra large, but here's the 2 palettes. Here's the outsides of them, just so you could see them. I mean, they're interesting, just a, you know, abstract. I do like the packaging. Like, I like the weight of it. It makes me feel like they're going to be safe and secure, like if I take them anywhere. But they were $54, or they are $54. I got these for $40 when they were on sale. And I don't know if that was just collectively because they were on sale and then I had a coupon, however it is. I went back and looked, and my order just says, oh, you got this much off, and then it like really, in really small print underneath, it says 1 at $40. So however they figured that out. So here is one called Glamour? Yeah, so this is the Glamour one. So, you know, I had been looking through my stuff, and you know, I had all those Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palettes, and I was like, you know what, I don't really have anything new with like Tarte. Have they, in all these years, have they changed their formula? Is something better? You know, is it different? And, you know, so I was like, why not? That was like my thought process at the time. So I'm just getting to them to be able to do a video. So this is the GIlded palette, and they are like, at first I was like, oh, okay, you know, but I get in there and they look really shimmery and pretty, and I don't know. I've really been into like this look that I keep seeing with people using like almost like these translucent like shimmers, and it looks just like wet and glossy on the eye, and it's just like this flush of color, and I'm like, oh, that is so pretty. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it here of what I'm talking about. So I'm hoping, I don't know, I want to swatch these. So here's it. Okay, don't close on me. Don't be rude. See that color in the box? I don't want to open it up because then that there is a full-size mirror, so that's really nice. So I want to swatch this color. Okay, that did not feel as soft and buttery as like I was hoping it was going to be. Not at all. I don't know, my hands are really dry. I've been like lathering them with lotion today, but can you see that? It is pretty. It is a pretty color. I don't know. Which palette should I do? Should I do 2? I mean, I have time today. I'm not rushing anywhere. This chrome color up here is pretty. This is back to that Glamour palette. This Soiree, is that what that says? That color looks so pretty. I hate when my lights reflect off of these and then it changes the lighting on the camera. So anyhow, you get these 2 palettes, $54. I don't necessarily, you know what, I just don't like paying full price for makeup at all anyway. So I don't know. Ooh, these greens. See, greens get me. Look how pretty these three are. Like, these three colors right here would be so pretty for an eye look. I feel like I always do green. Then there's the dark blues. So, alright, let's just do it. Let's just jump in. I'm gonna start with the Gilded palette. Let's see. I'm just gonna go in, you know what? Duh, let me zoom in. So I think to start, I'm just gonna go in with this color Dame. This is a transition shade. And I think we'll do this eye with this palette. So it is a nice light, your typical neutral shade. I'm gonna go on with this vintage color. And I'm just gonna go in with this flat shadow brush. This is one of those ones I got for $5.99 off of Amazon. So let's see. Not a whole lot going on there. Okay, so let's see. Pick it up on my finger. And let's see if I can get a little bit more coverage there. I mean, it's pretty. It's nothing earth-shattering. I'm gonna get it wet. Ugh. I don't know what am I hoping for? I'm not really sure. I don't know. Let me see. I want something to wow me. I mean, again, it's a nice neutral palette. There's no, you know, I don't know how much of a wow factor I'd be looking for there. It applied nicely. It actually is going on very nice. Let me see if I can pick a little more up. And then place it over where I already have it since I got that wet. Okay, so let me see. Let me see if I can intensify that by getting it on my finger and then spritzing it with my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. So that is pretty. It is pretty, and it is applying very nice. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and just go across. I don't feel like I have to blend that out very much. I did get it way down here, so I've made a mess. And there is some sparkly fallout, but I mean, in all honesty, for just like a neutral palette, it is actually really nice, and it did apply very nice. It's not patchy. You know, obviously I'd use my finger, but that color goes very nice with that transition shade I used. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go with this nice chocolatey brown. I'm gonna go on the outer corner with that. And I'm just gonna use this Morphe M507 brush. I'm gonna pick that up, tap it off. And I'm gonna go out here. To deepen that crease a bit, to give me a little dimension there. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm just kind of brushing up just to give a little bit of dimension there to that outer corner. Then I'm going to keep blending that out. I'm going to go back in with that first brush, soften that edge. That is blending out nicely. It really is. I'm going to run down here again. So it is doing very well for a nice neutral palette. That's what you're looking for. And then I think I'm going to take this little tiny brush, and this one also came in that $5.99 set. So tiny. They're all little. And I'm going to pick up, ooh, it's a toss-up. I think I want to pick up this Bright Lights color here in the corner, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner. Top that off. Brush is very stiff. Okay, I'm not getting what I'm thinking I want. So I'm going to pick that up, I'm going to get it wet. That's got more, yeah, it's got quite a bit of a pink hue to it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another, smaller brush, and I'm gonna pick up this color Elegant, because it's pulling a lot more pink than what I was really thinking and what I want it to. So I'm gonna pick up this Icy White, and I'm gonna dab that over top. Like that. That is a very pretty color. And it went over top very nice. Just kind of toned down that pink just a little, that pink just a little bit. I think I just want to see how this color looks, this rhythm color. It's like more of like a camel-esque brown. Let's see. I'm just gonna dust that underneath. So in all honesty, I think that top color that I used for the inner corner, I shouldn't have used it. I don't know if it's just my lighting, the way I turn it, it looks like it has more of like a silvery, like, I don't want to say brown, but it pulls more brown. But then once I put it on, I could really see the pink that was in there. And that kind of rings true for like this whole row up here. It's more of like mauves and, there we go. See how all the pinks and the purplish colors, but it doesn't appear to be too pink, but once I put it on, it really pulled that pink through. So I think I'm gonna put that palette down. I'm gonna hop over to the other eye. Ooh, these are pretty. Ooh, I want to do this green, but I really want to see how these blues are. So I think what I'm gonna do, oh, see, but is that fair? Because I just did browns on the other eye, so I don't want to pull all the, you know what? I'm gonna do something wild. It's not really wild. Just a little different, because picking this up, I want to jump in to these colors here, but because I just did a neutral eye over here, I think I'm gonna play into, you know, more of like the pinks up here. That looks a little brown. So I'm gonna go into this color Fringe. This palette, I will say, they're slippery. Like, whatever they are, this plasticky slipperiness, they're slippery. They're like sliding out of my hands. But again, I've been lathering my hands up with lotion because I've been so dry. All right, so I'm gonna pick up fringe on this Morphe E13 brush as my transition shade. It's a nice movie pink color. And they're not super, not getting a lot of, a lot of extra, good Lord, I cannot talk. I'm not getting a lot of extra shadow, like kick up when I'm putting the brush in there and trying to pick it up. I'm not getting a whole lot of extra, so that's nice. I don't like it when the shadows are like super soft and then I have a mess of like shadow digging around. I just feel, one, I don't want the excess getting into the other colors. Two, I feel like it's a waste. You know? Oh no. Three, it tells me that the shadow's really soft and I'm risking it getting damaged. Let me get a little sip of my drink. So now what I'm gonna do is I wanna see this color right here. It's called Chrome. I don't know, it looks very blue and icy and shimmery and I don't know. I want to see what it looks like. So I'm going to pick up this ColourPop E3 brush. Let's see. Well, that applied nicely with a brush. Oh. Ooh, this color is very pretty. I think it's pretty. You see that? And it's applying really nice with this brush. So I think just for sake of picking it up, seeing what it does, I'm gonna pick some more up and I'm gonna get it wet. That is very pretty. That is a very nice color. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush just to soften the edge. And I wanna go in, I'm drawn to this color, so that's what you guys are getting. I'm gonna go in with this color. I'm gonna pick it up on this Alamar brush. And I'm gonna put that out here. You can see those two. Oh, that applied so nice with this brush. All right. I can see this palette being like your nighttime, like smokier eye. I don't know. So I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and soften that edge. It softened the edge very nicely. It's not like it's a harsh color that sticks around. It's going to be difficult. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that. Like, it's a little more forgiving if you make a mistake. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that. Place it on here. I got it wet. I meant to say that. I'm going to pick up a little more of that, get it wet, and then apply it. And I'm going to go over top of that prior color just so I can get a nice seamless blend. And then I'm going to go back in with that prior brush with the prior color, and then I'm going to press it over top of that where they meet up. Just again to get a nice blend of those two colors so you can't really see where one starts and where one ends. That is so pretty. So now what I think I'm gonna do is I want to go in, I want to see what this color looks like, this gleam color, because there's quite a few lighter shades. So I think if you were putting these two palettes together, like let's say for my inner corner, I would have probably taken this more champagne-y neutral color and preferred that on the inner eye than what was in this other palette, aside from that icy white color. One not so much, just a slight, and it has that more white looking. And then there's this one here. I'm going to take this Morphe M421 brush and I'm going to pick up this color Gleam. I'm going to put that on the inner portion. See, and that does have more of a gold. So I said this one has a slight bit of gold into it. Not as much as that one in the corner, that Ritzy. So I could have grabbed this one too and done on the inner corner. So you know, using these two palettes together, you come up with some really nice looks. There's lots of possibilities. And I'm just gonna tap over where those two colors meet up. Like that. And then I'm gonna go back in with that prior brush. And then I'm gonna again tap over, press, tap over where those two colors meet up again. And then I'm just one more time, I'm gonna go back in with that color Gleam. Tap it off, and then I'm going to apply another layer. Oh, look how beautifully that blended. So now it's hard to say, okay, where did one start? It's just like this effortless, seamless blend. Oh, that is so pretty. I actually really, really am liking this. So I think what I want to do, just because I want to know, I'm going to go with this color Deco. And I'm going to brush that under here. But then what I want to do is I'm going to take this Morphe flat liner brush and I'm going to go into this color Luxury. It's a very deep navy blue. Taking the brush and I'm just pressing it in flat into the palette. I'm going to tap that off and then I am actually going to try to stamp that right here. And then bring that down onto this lower lash line. And then I'm going to carve out that little bit of a tip so they meet up. Like that. Now I'm going to go back in with that darker soiree color and press that over where I just put that dark midnight luxury color. Like that. And then I'm going to pick up another Morphe M506 brush. I'm going to go into that So I don't know where my camera shut off. Like, I've been checking it, and then I really got into like what I was doing with the blues, and then I looked up and it said on standby. So all I've been doing, because I'm not really sure where it ended, so I hope I didn't lose too much footage, I've just been working with these two colors, this on the very outer portion of the eye, and then this next to it, this color next to it, and then this is on the center of the eye. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color Clink. Looks like an icy, let's say icy white, because it looks like it's got a little bit of, still some gold to it, and I'm going to apply that on the inner corner. I'm going to pick some more of that up and spray. I'm going to bring that down to where it meets up with that darker blue. I'm going to take that Morphe Info 6 brush. And I used this earlier to buff out this blue. So I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to buff out this blue to meet up with that prior color. There is some fallout, so I've got a little bit of stuff here on my cheeks. Again, just always a good idea to do your makeup last, like your face makeup. Do that last. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go ahead and do some eyeliner, possibly put on some lashes, and then I'll be right back and we can talk about it. Okay, so here is the finished look. I hope you can see the eye look through these ginormous lashes. I love these lashes. These are the Sephora collection with House of Lashes. These are, I don't want to say it wrong, Natalia. I absolutely love these lashes. Look at them. They are big, they're eccentric, they are just amazing. They're nice and thick, like they're so much fun. Like, I love them. And then I went ahead and did just a nice nude lip, and I used my Milani Color Statement lip liner in all natural, and then I used this Tarte lipstick in Pink Lemonade. It's like just a great neutral color for me. So I also went ahead and did black eyeliner on this eye. This was the Urban Decay Perversion liner. The tip, like, it looks really thin, but it's a bit fatter than what I was expecting. For some reason, like, I was like, oh, that's a nice thin tip, like, let's go ahead and use that. And then it was applying a bit fatter than what I wanted, because I did the Kat Von D, well, it's not Kat Von D anymore, but the KVD tattoo liner in Mad Max Brown on this eye. You can see I got a little extra there. But yeah, so let me go ahead and zoom you out and we'll talk about it. Okay, so let's see. I used the Gilded palette, the nice neutral palette on this eye. Open that. The nice neutral palette on this eye. And then I used the Glamour palette on this eye. I absolutely love how this eye turned out. I love the blues. I like how that like golden color blended. Everything went on really nice. Everything blended out really nice. The blues were really forgiving, even like coming out here on the edge with the darker blues and then blending it out, they were forgiving. So I really appreciate that. They weren't like super harsh where some of the shadows are like pressed pigment, and then when you put it on, you're like, shit, I can't get this off. I can't like blend it out. Some of them stain your skin. This didn't do that. It went on and it blended out to get that nice diffuse coloring there, so I absolutely love that. I appreciate it. I really, really, really want to get into these greens down here. Like, look how pretty they are. You guys know I love my greens, but I can't just always keep doing green eye looks. I mean, I could, but you know, what fun would that be if I constantly was just like, oh, let's use the green. This eye at first I was kind of like, man, you know, it's just plain neutral, but everything went on really nice. I don't particularly like the color in there, so that wasn't a good color choice when I put it in, but there are other options in here that I could have done, and I really want to get in and use the colors across the top row, like those pinks, those mauves. There's a lot of golds in here, but honestly, if you put the two palettes together, you know, it just further amplifies. Let's see if I could do this. I don't know, because of the way they are. It's just going to further amplify like the looks you can come up with. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just a mega palette when you put the two together, and there are a lot of options. So I think you could really have fun with these. So at first I was kind of like meh, but as I got in and started using them, I actually really like them. I like the packaging. They're nice and sturdy. Everything went on really nice. I was really impressed with how the blues went on with brushes. This color over here in the middle didn't really apply well with a brush. Again, I'm still playing around with these newer $5.99 brushes. Like, is that the difference? I'm not really sure, because I didn't go back in on this eye and use, you know, my normal brushes. But again, you know, I don't typically jump to use this ColourPop brush either, but it applied really nice. So I don't know, I'm not going to get too nitpicky about that, because it went on really nice with using my finger, and a lot of shadows are applied that way. So I think for a nice neutral eye, everything went on really nice. Like, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by these. You know, $54. So if you're breaking that down, let's see, because that's what they are on Ulta. Now, obviously, if you're a rewards member for Ulta and you have some coupons, you can use that off. You're paying $27 a palette. Again, I got mine on sale. If you can get any makeup on sale, I'm always 100% going to recommend that you wait and you get it when it's on sale. Like, it's just no questions. I mean, it's just like a no-brainer, you know? Everything is eventually going to go on sale, unless it's like a super limited edition and like high demand, and sometimes it sells out, and you know what, that just is what it is. But if you can wait and get this on sale, then I would advise that you do that. I think you could have a lot of fun with it. I think if you're interested in these kind of colors, I think if you're a sucker for the nude palette, that you're probably really gonna like that Gilded palette. If you like the darker nighttime, you know, smoky eyes and like playing with those pops of color, I think you could do a lot with that. But you know, again, they come together for their holiday palette, and I think you can get a lot of looks out of it. So in my estimation, I paid $40, so I basically paid $20 a palette. Hey, at this point in time, that's basically what you're paying for a lot of drugstore makeup at this point in time. That's what I feel like. So, you know, Tarte's a little bit, I don't know, what do you consider Tarte? It's a little bit higher end, because that, you know, you get it like Ulta, they have it on Tarte. Where else can you buy it? I don't think they sell Tarte at Sephora, but it's not like you can get Tarte at like Walgreens like you can with like Wet n Wild and those types of brands. So I don't know, I don't know where the classifications are at this point in time. But yeah, oh, I didn't know my necklace was all turned around. But yeah, so I hope this video, because I'm just rambling at this point, I really hope that this video helped you decide if you want to get these palettes or if you want to pass on them. But again, like I always advise, get it on sale. If you have coupons, wait and use your coupons. If you know a sale's coming up with Ulta, you know, they'd actually just sent out another 20% off coupon, and that I think went towards like prestigious brands that they consider, you know, Tarte higher end brands. So I think you can use that coupon on this, so you would get that 20% off of the 54. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have these colors in something else and you want them, then I actually do recommend these. I'd say, yeah, why not? Go ahead and get them. Treat yourself, right? So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.